I love platformers, grown up on them. When I was younger, I used to eat platformers for breakfast. My mum said eat your greens, you'd spot me snacking on some Gex 3D. The problem with my love for the genre is I've seen everything, from the near perfection in platforming mechanics that Mario brings, the large variety of Ratchet and Clank, the speed of Sonic the Hedgehog, the joyous adventures of Jak and Daxter, the zaniness of Crash Bandicoot. I've seen it all. Scalar, Banjo-Kazooie, Knack, Vex, New Super Lucky's Tale, Puppeteer, Ty the Tasmanian Tiger, Whiplash, and so many more. So when a new platformer comes along, I have my doubts it'll do anything new. Well, Pumpkin Jack has sprung onto the PS4, and I gotta give it to it, it's certainly impressed me. In Pumpkin Jack, you play as the titular character who is a lackey to the devil. The game is set within the Boredom Kingdom, and thus to cause a bit of fun, the devil decides to reawaken the dead and unleash monsters of the underworld upon the humans, all for a laugh. The humans however fight back, and a powerful wizard threatens to stop the monster horde. So the devil enlists his top henchman, Pumpkin Jack, with the one goal to hunt down and stop the wizard. The reason why this rather simplistic plot really caught my attention is 1, just how mad and crazy it is, and 2, it's such a change to actually playing as the bad guy. Pumpkin Jack doesn't care for the human world, he has no morals or remorse, he's purely out to do his work and be laid back to rest, and I love it. I want to see more of this guy. Now this isn't a long game. Pumpkin Jack has 6 linear platformer levels totaling into roughly 5 hours of game time, and I felt the level design was fine for the genre, having many tropes what you'd expect, but with responsive controls and lots of gameplay variety. It didn't overstay its welcome, although I would have liked a few bonus features after completing the game. There's some collectibles here, nothing that feels like padding. You've got 20 crow heads in each level, these also acting as currency to purchase new costumes for Jack. And then there's these record players, 1 in each level, which Jack does a little dance to. It was odd when I first saw this, felt a little out of character, however they were hilarious, and seeing these funny dance animations were motivation enough to look for every record player in the game. As I stated, Jack is a responsive character. He's nimble, he's got the perfect speed, the correct jump arc, and the right jump and double jump heights for the game's platforming, that it never feels like a chore platforming in this game. Everything is precise, and I'd go as far as to say it's fairly easy due to its simplicity. To add to platforming, Pumpkin Jack also doubles as a classic hack and slasher too. In fact, each level grants Jack a brand new weapon. Each weapon does have the same move list, but each one brings something different to the table. Each weapon has a standard square combo, a ground pound, and a dodge roll followed by square special attack. The shovel is your starting weapon. You've got a spear for some mid-ranged attacks, a talking sword that lets you float, a shotgun for range and high damage towards groups of foes, a scythe which acts as Jack's heavy weapon, and finally an orb that can summon crows. A great arsenal of weapons, and it really strengthens the flow of the game. What I felt was really missing was some more combos. The triangle button is completely left unused when it could have added to the movesets of some of these awesome but underutilized weapons. Each level does try and throw a new little minigame into the mix to keep the pace from wearing too thin. These range from simple little puzzles in which you control just Jack's head, or they can be on-rails chase sequences, and this game has some great on-rail sections. Every level also ended on a boss, all of which were varied and well designed, and heavily influenced by other boss battles from past games in the genre. What did really fascinate me actually is the fire physics in Pumpkin Jack. The levels have a few lanterns that if hit, spark a flame, and this fire spreads along grass and trees and also wood. But in other games, usually it'll spread in a circle and then go out. That's normal really to see in games, but here the fire quickly lights up everything that is combustible and becomes very pretty to just stand back and watch, unless you're caught in it of course. A tiny detail to this platformer, but yet it certainly enhances the experience, or at least it did for me. The camera I rarely ever had an issue with, but the game does offer FOV and camera sensitivity sliders in the options menu to adjust if you find it at all bothersome during the game. Pumpkin Jack is a super charming game in its art and sound design. This is a pristinely themed game, knowing exactly which style to go with, and it sticks with its Nightmare Before Christmas-esque theme for the whole game, that it truly stands out next to its competition. Instead of being your run-of-the-mill desert level, followed by jungle level, followed by ice level, Pumpkin Jack marks its territory on a style left behind by the PS1's Medieval, this loony and ductile feeling horror toon world. Its cutscenes have this mythological storybook theme to them, and the music to Pumpkin Jack carries all of this euphoric Halloween vibe with it. Pumpkin Jack himself is a great little character. I love his physique, his scarecrow style with a noose around his neck, and his fiery pumpkin head. He fits the part and has enough wackiness in his animations to carry this franchise. He isn't a wasted character, detail was poured into this guy. If I were to nitpick, I'd say I'd want to hear more voiceover work for the characters, especially Jack, if this game gets a sequel, which I hope it does. If you're going for completion in Pumpkin Jack, you've got 120 crow heads to collect and 6 record players to find. There's 6 alternate costumes to purchase, equaling to the total of the 120 crow heads, so you'll have to collect them all to get all the costumes. And that's really about it. Only replay value this game has is replaying the early levels with your full weapon loadout. Developed by one guy, Pumpkin Jack is definitely worth checking out if you're a die-hard platformer fan. This is a good game channeling that PS2 era feel. It has nothing that will blow you away, it's not a game that will revive platformers. However, I don't believe that was the intentions. It's here to add more to an otherwise barren genre that has really lost the spotlight in these past 2 generations. While not a game changer, Pumpkin Jack was a treat and gets a C for cool rating for me. I hope you have enjoyed this video, and let me know in the comments down below if you played this game and tell me your thoughts on it. And I'll see you in the next video. Take care and adios.